everyone. Good evening. Good evening. That's amazing, sir. A huge round of applause for everyone who is present here. Well, my name is Mayuri Mankar. I'll be the host of the show, and it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this prestigious event. मुझे लगता है तालियां थोड़ी कम बजी. Can we have a huge round of applause so that it energizes me to host this show for all of you? Thank you so much, everyone. So today we all have gathered here for two important occasions, okay? So the first one is the launch ceremony of AHA Studio that will be showcasing the larger-than-life global stories to the world. And the other important one is the collaboration of two big entertainment industry giants. I think they both deserve a huge round of applause. And through this, we are wishing them best luck for their future projects? Well, we all know that AHA is 100% Telugu OTT platform, and Applause Entertainment is a leading content studio. Today, they are coming together to unveil their first bilingual series, Half Lion, which is a biopic based on life of late Prime Minister Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao. Before we get into the detail of this film, I would like to talk a bit about these two industry giants. As I said, AHA is the 100% Telugu OTT platform, and in less than 2 years, friends, in less than 2 years, they have won the heart of all the Telugu-speaking audiences across the globe. This fastest growing regional OTT platform has made waves in the industry by adding more than 45 million unique users and 13 plus million app downloads. Having dominated the space unlike no other, AHA is ready to embark on another exciting and remarkable journey with AHA Studio. Well, friends, it's a good news that they are launching in Tamil also in this coming January. Talking about Applause, we all know it's an IP and content creation studio, a venture of Aditya Birla Group. The studio, over the past 4 years, has developed a robust slate of premium drama series, including Scam 1992, and I would like to tell you that Scam has recently won 12 Filmfare OTT Awards, including the Best Director and Best Series. A round of applause for Scam 1992. To talk about few are, to name a few are The Criminal Justice and Hostages. They have also announced a film slate with a movie like Rapist, Sharma Ji Ki Beti, and many more. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to begin our evening, I know you all have been waiting since long. Let's kickstart this evening, and I would like to call upon stage our first dignitary. With a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call upon stage an ace producer from Tollywood, none other than Allu Aravind. He has founded Geeta Hearts, which is the most successful production house in Telugu. He made films in Telugu and Hindi, and films like Gajni, we all love the movie. So, very, very warm welcome to you, and we would like to hear a few words about the journey of AHA.
Hello. It's working, is it? Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, when she told, I was telling a loud good evening and good evening. Today is an important day for me and at AHA. The importance of this is a collaboration of a biggie from North and, of course, we AHA from South. Here I wanted to tell something about AHA. Probably you may be knowing, may not be knowing. She made my job easy. There are 11 million downloads of this app in 1 year, 9 months, which is phenomenal. And we are very proud to say one of the most successful OTT platforms today with only one language. This is what we thought very unique, is picking up one language and making it as one app. Of course, we would be extending ourselves to other languages of South, another 4 languages of South. But before that, we came up with an idea like there are many South stories which should not be limited, contained to one language, either Telugu or Tamil or whatever. Those stories deserves a huge exposure throughout the nation. And we have already selected 5 such stories. And we thought to bring it to the national platforms and a national exposure, we need a great partner. And applause, Samir Ji. I know him for some time. And actually speaking, before starting AHA, I reached out to him, keeping his vast experience in this entertainment industry on the small screen. I reached him and took his advice whether to start it or how to go about it. And certain, I've got around 20, 30 doubts or questions with me, and I reached out and had a couple of hours discussion with him. And when I was going out from there, I was carrying the kind of rich experience he has in this industry. And to say in one word, he said, you start it. And he told me how I have to do the financial structuring and all. He helped me. I thank him across this platform for that advice that day. I have to acknowledge one more thing. How do I get the guts of starting in one language? There is one hoi choi in Bengali. They're my friends, and through this platform, I extend my heartfelt gratitude towards them for encouraging me. I went to Calcutta, sat with them for some time on how to run this. I have learned from them, and I acknowledge my sincere thanks to those guys. 3 people who helped me in this. And then coming today's this thing, P.V. Narasimha Rao. We know P.V. Narasimha Rao, and just let us say, ask some youngsters how much they know about P.V. Narasimha Rao. I don't think 20-30% may be knowing, who are politically savvy. Not many people knew about him. Prakash Ji is going to tell more about why we have taken it up. But all the economic reforms that we are enjoying today is really started by one person in 1991, that is P.V. Narasimha Rao. How many people knew it? And what all went during those days, what all happened during those days, those stories we are going to bring in this particular series. This is a national series. And I'm feeling very proud to be associated with Samir Nair and Prakash Ji by my side in this project. I feel very privileged and proud. I think question round will be later, after the rest of the people talk. Can you come to help me to take this mic?
Sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot for this wonderful address. Sir, I'll request you to stay back with us for some more time. Well, we all have been seeing that how passionately and tirelessly he has been running this regional OTT platform, sir. All the very best to you. And it's really good to see. It's really, we are amazed to see how, how much passionately you're doing this. Sir, big round of applause for him. And now we are moving ahead. I would like to call upon stage the CEO, Mr. Samir Nair of Applause Entertainment, a media and entertainment veteran. Mr. Samir Nair has had several highs in his career spanning 3 decades, sir, is here. But there's a lot to talk about, and sir, can I take a moment to read about you? Well, during his stint at Star India, he introduced the audiences with the iconic shows like Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi, Sarabhai vs. Sarabhai, Coffee with Karam. And trust me, sir, in my childhood, these all were my favorite shows. Well, after shows khatam ho gaye, fir bhi I used to watch that on YouTube. But it was the KBC, friends, that redefined the prime time reality show and celebrity host. Well, currently being the CEO of Applause Entertainment, he continues to create breakthrough content for the audiences. Sir, I would like to request you to address the gathering with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Mr. Samir Nair.
Before he starts, I forgot one thing which is
Yes,
very
sir.
important.
Yes, sir.
Let me tell. One Mr. Ajit Thakur is the CEO of AHA, and he's there sitting. I think. Why don't you show your face to them? Get up. And Priti Singh, where are you? Priti, hi. And she's heading this AHA studio here, and she is representing it. Thank you. Sorry, I missed it.
So a very kind personality and hardworking girl. I've seen she has been, looking into each and everything very personally. So over to you.
Thank you. Hi, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you, Arvindji, for all those kind words. We are really excited to be partnering with AHA. You mentioned Ajit. I was just going to bring him up. So actually, I've known Ajit Thakur for many, many years. And when he sort of reached out to me a few months ago, and we got talking about how we could do things together, one of the things that came up was, Ajit, you referred to the applause model, something that we've been doing, which is, investing in the creation of content. We spend money in development. We spend money in actually making it. And then we go out and license it to platforms. It's been a little bit of a unique model. Some risk, some reward, but it's been good, and it's actually been a good 3-4 years that we've been doing this. In the process, we worked with a variety of partners, creative partners, talent, directors, writers, books. So when this opportunity arose, and when Ajit mentioned this, the opportunity to partner with AHA and with Arvindji in particular, I was most drawn because, as we look to expand, this is going to be an age of collaboration. It is going to be an age of, different creative minds coming together and putting their resources together to make even bigger, better, brighter things. We are always talking about putting our content on a global stage. Today, the streamers are the global stage, and if we have to put our content there and have it, compete with the best in the world, I think the best minds should get together to do it. So this is exactly that. This is an example of that kind of collaboration. We plan to do 3, 4, 5, I hope more. We hope to learn how to make movies from him. So yeah, our ambition is quite big in this. We are starting with this book, Half Lion. When I was growing up, liberalization happened, which is why we are all here today. So I think Narasimha Rao is a story to be told. It's a person who has not been given due credit, so I think it's good to do that. We've had some experience doing biopics. We recently did Scam, which was, it was in part a biopic, in part a story of the time. And I think it's important to tell stories of modern Indian history, which we don't do enough. We tend to go very historical in that sense. So this is a big opportunity. And and with Prakash Jha at the helm of affairs, we are all fans. We've, grown up seeing your movies and, always, So we think that this opportunity of telling this story, of telling it with a partner like Arvindji, with a director and creator like Prakash Jha, is going to be a really unique moment. And we are very excited at Applause. I mean, I cannot tell you how excited I am. I know I'm not sounding that excited because I'm usually a bit quiet, but thank you so much.
So everyone knew about it, your quietness.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. Yes, and now after hearing so much about the series, about the book, I don't think it would be appropriate to, keep you away from its first look. So are you guys excited? Yes? Well, yes, we all can come this side. And ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, let's have a look at its first look. Let's have a look at this motion pictures of the lion. Well, this really looks very exciting, and I'm sure you guys want to take more details about this. And to talk about more, I would like to call upon stage the director himself with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the man himself, a filmmaker, a renowned filmmaker known for his expertise around socio-political themes such as Ganga Jal, Apaharan, Rajniti, Arakshan, and most recently, ladies and gentlemen, he has won the drama series Ashram. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for none other than Prakash Jha. Can I have a mic, please? Sir, welcome.
Thank you. And in line, good evening again. Thank you. आदत सी पड़ गई है. It's been a pleasure. We have known about Arvind ji for a long time. We respect him as a content producer, as a film producer. Now, of course, he began this movement of OTT in Telugu. I have been a huge fan. I'm also a fan of his son, who is a great actor. I have known Samir ji for some time, and I've seen the way he picks his content, the way he nurtures it, and the way he has produced meaningful content, entertaining content, and popular content. We have been talking for some time of working together, of doing something, and I didn't know that it will come about in such a wonderful way. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Preeti called me up, approached me, and proposed this subject. I didn't have any idea about who was doing it or how it was going to be done, but the moment the idea was given to me, I grabbed it. Because, as Arvindji was telling, very, very small percentage of today's generation knows about the man who changed India. He honestly gave India the economic independence which we had struggled for, close to 45, 50 years. And he brought about changes and systems in our polity, in our economy, in our society, in our everyday life of this country, which now is completely irreversible. We are what we are today because of those 5 years, 91 to 96. In every way, good, bad, ugly, whatever you say, but we are the product of those 5 years. Right from the time of Jai Prakash Narayan's movement and the period of emergency, we have been active. We have been active as storytellers, as filmmakers, as observers, as learners, as whatever. And we have seen how the societies in this country has progressed or has moved. When I came to this city, Mumbai, we still had to, walk and wait at some shop to be able to make a telephone call. We had to book a trunk call, an ordinary one or a lightning one. We still used to get postcards and telegrams. We had to pay huge bribes to be able to book a telephone call, telephone instrument. We have gone through that period. We know how closed our economy was. We know what became of this country during those 5 years. That this nondescript, diminutive politician from Hyderabad, who was almost on the verge of retirement, he had packed his bags, he has packed his books, he had already started sending them away. He had rented a flat in Mumbai because that's where probably he was going to get a Rajya Sabha seat from. He had also contemplated to become a mahant in a mutt. He had been banished from the political landscape. Rajiv Gandhi didn't give him a ticket in 1991 to contest. I mean, he used to contest from Ramtek. And that man knew exactly what had to be done to this country, and he got the opportunity, or he maneuvered to get this opportunity because he had the will to do it, he had the guts to do it. He did not create an opportunity. The opportunities were there, but nobody had the guts to take those steps. He had it. He gathered a team, and the greatness of the man was that he never took any credit for whatever happened. I mean, he gave credit to Manmohan Singh, he gave credit to Nehru, he gave credit to Rajiv Gandhi, he gave credit to INC, he gave credit to the history of this country. Remained in the shadows. If you listen to his speeches, if you read what he has written, and if you see what he did, and you see how he maneuvered with just one single aim to put this country ahead and take it, in line with the developing countries of the world. When he took over, we had no growth. We had negative growth. We could not pay our installments to the IMF. We were defaulting. We didn't have 1 week's money in our banks to pay for the oil which we needed to import. When he left this country as Prime Minister in 96, we had a growth of over 8%, which is no mean feat. We had every investor in the world lining up to invest in our country. There was no South Korea before 91. By 96, the South Korean products were household names in this country. So what he did, the vision that he had, the man who did not claim to be anything, and not only history, his own party, his own people have been unjust and cruel with him. But the time has come when people understand and people have started remembering him, people have now started talking about him. And I hope we will have a small part in telling Narasimha Rao's story. So this gentleman should get his due, and generations will remember this man who meant so much for this country. I had this great opportunity, and I would like to thank Arvindji. I'm delighted to have Samir on board, and I'm positive that this partnership will produce great things, because there is a will and there is a good mind out here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. May I please request all our dignitaries to take a seat? Thank you, sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, we all know that this web series is based on a book of the same name, Half Lion. The author of the book is Vinay Sitapati. He is an Ivy League academic, a political scientist, lawyer, and a journalist. His first book, Half Lion, was the best-selling biography, and recently his second book was launched, and the name of the book was Jugalbandi. He could not be here present physically, and as a reason, he has shared a video message with all of us. So can we have the AV, please?
Hi, my name is Vinay Sitapati. I'm an academic. I'm an associate professor at Ashoka University. I'm also the author of the book Half Lion, How P.V. Narasimha Rao Transformed India. And I'm absolutely thrilled that AHA Studio and Prakash Jha are coming together to adapt Half Lion to a web series, to a screen, so that it reaches an even wider audience. And I'm thrilled about this web series for 3 reasons. First, you should know more about Narasimha Rao. He changed your life. He changed all our lives. He was Prime Minister of India from 1991 to 1996. And quietly, in his own way, without being very open about it, he transformed the Indian economy. He transformed welfare schemes. He transformed foreign policy. We wouldn't even be having OTT in India if it wasn't for him. It would probably be some version of Doordarshan that all of you can see. That's just one small example of how much he transformed our lives. And he himself was a complex character, a lot of shades of gray, of black, of white. So he is especially alluring in terms of seeing him on a web series. The second reason why I'm thrilled is AHA Studio. Theirs is a creative approach. What they're doing is quite astonishing. The amount of resources they're putting into this. It's a larger than life mounting of the project that I don't think has been seen when it comes to political web series. So I'm also excited for that. And also, I'm convinced that AHA Studio realizes the importance of facts, of credibility. This web series will be credible. The book itself has, so countless footnotes, many footnotes. Facts are important for me. And so it's important to tell a political story that you will believe. It will be dramatized, it will be fun and interesting, but you will also trust the web series. And finally, the third reason that I'm excited is Prakash Jha. I'm a fan. So, I've seen his, I think the first film of his I saw was Damul. It was, I saw it much later, but it was, I think, filmed in 1985, just a few years after I was born. And since then, whether it's Mrityu Dand, Arakshan, Rajniti, Prakash Jha understands Indian politics like no other Indian director. He's one of the great political directors in India. So I'm particularly excited that he's part of this project. When I met him, he had read every page of the book. So I'm convinced that he totally gets the character of Narasimha Rao that so excited me, and that will translate into a web series. And I'm looking forward to seeing the web series like all of you. I'm looking forward to working on it. This is the story that is meant for India's youth. We are all Narasimha Rao's children, and it's time somebody told that story on the web. Thank you very much.
All right, and now it's time for the media interaction. We exactly have 15 minutes because Sir has to leave. He has to catch a flight. I will request all the dignitaries to please join us onto stage for the media interaction. Sir, please. And now we are open for the questions.
Hi sir, this is Varun here from Indian Television. My question is for Mr. Allu Aravind. Sir, you have announced this major partnership with Applause, and you're ending this year with a bang with the release of Jersey. What can we expect from you for the next year, and when do you plan to announce your Ramayana project which has been in the works?
I don't want the focus to be shifted to few other things which I am making. But still, this 31st, of course, Jersey is releasing. Next year I'll be releasing Shahzada, and a couple of other projects are there. Ramayana is a long, we have started about 3 years back. It'll take 2-3 years more. I'm not expanding on that because I want the focus to be here on what we made.
How much time did it take to put the whole project together? Because biographies are very difficult. Biographies are complex and, need so much of understanding of character, and you've got absolutely the best team. You've got a great director, you've got a fabulous production house. And how much time did it take to mount this whole thing and, sort of bring it together soon?
The thought came about a year back. Why not we tell P.V. Narasimha Rao's story? The thought came about a year back, and the thought evolved as why not we make this as a national web series? And it evolved like that. It took 1 year for us to reach here.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Aravindji, for your great endeavor.
Thank you.
See, my question is, you know very well that how a star became a megastar with the help of, see, the background support, that's fans. Similarly, for our former Prime Minister, see, you don't think he need a background? Just like, see, whatever reforms or things he has made goes to the credit of Congress, as Prakash Jha has explained already. Nobody knows what Narasimha Rao has done. Currently, whatever things going on in India became the credit of BJP. In a situation like this, how can a web series take momentum among the public? Somebody should be there to support this series. Maybe a political party or a group of people. Without their support, do you think you can develop it into a popular series?
Prakash Ji is asking you, I think.
Why don't you say that? Why
Did you
don't
get confused?
You can go now.
To answer your question,
Yes, sir.
actually the very fact that we have set out to make this series, bought the rights of the book and are now doing it, itself is, putting this story out in the public domain and to tell the story of Narasimha Rao. I think a partnership like this is people who are interested enough and, what shall I say, powerful enough to want to tell this story. I don't think you need support of political parties or lack of that. I think, this is a very large studio from South India. This is, we are a reasonably large studio from Bombay. There's been no one as eminent and capable as Prakash Jha to tell this story. So I don't think we need any more help in this. What we do want, of course, is to be able to tell a really fantastic story, to bring the real truth of Narasimha Rao's life and times out to the public in a entertaining and, provocative, not provocative, but in an interesting manner, and put it out to platforms. We've done that before. And I think that's the most important thing, to tell a good story and to be able to tell his story well.
So in the medium, it's English, I think.
The medium will be in the languages that, he spoke and wrote 16 languages, including Sanskrit. So I don't think it's just English, it's a multilingual.
And this is fully based on Vijay Sitapathi's book, that lion. Which one? Half Lion. It's fully based on that, or you are taking parts from Half Lion and see the remaining portion became the biography of P.V. Narasimha Rao. How you are making the series? Entirely based on Vijay Sitapathi's Half Lion, or
As I would like to just kind of draw your attention to what Vinay said in his message, that Vinay has of course collated the story of Narasimha Rao right from his childhood until his death and post-death. But Narasimha Rao is not just a person. Narasimha Rao is also history. Narasimha Rao is also the social, historical and economic situations and circumstances, the way they presented themselves and made him take decisions, or sometimes not take decisions, as he would say. So this is what we are going to try and attempt, is that we are going to take one man's story to tell the story of India through those 5 momentous years. And that will be true justice to the subject. everything about Narasimha Rao or any other politician or political party or society is already there in the public domain. We as creators, we don't need to take any positions. And as Vinay Sitapati said, that it will be credible facts. It will be a story you will come to believe in. Because if you don't believe in this story, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't hold. So this is going to be a story of this person who was grey, black, white, everything, of the time which was also grey, black and white, of the politics not only of India but the entire world, because Narasimha Rao did propel India into the developing world. Before him, we are completely cut off. So this is going to be a slice of Indian history which happens to be the most productive, packed, and momentous those 5 years, 91 to 96. Of course, it's mainly going to be based on the book because the book is very extensive, and Vinay Sitapati himself is going to be participating in developing the stories and giving us, his historical research references that he has accumulated. And we will try to do our best to create a very engaging, interesting thriller of a story which will be believable and which will be based on facts. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I too hope this will be an interesting story in future so that people may get attracted and see more ways that we still now we haven't seen what is happened in the political scenario. This may be a new trend, I think. Wish you all success in this great endeavor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hi, sir. My question is to Mr. Aravind. Sir, here. If you could see, sir, this way. Hi. Yeah, my question is to you, sir. You are a producer, you are a film distributor, you own, or you're a co-owner of the Kerala FC Club, and now this AHA. So my question is to you, how you are managing all this thing at one go or during this time? How you are managing? How you are able to manage all these things? Because all of them are different factions.
About 30 years back, I met a friend of Prasad Laboratories, one Mr. Prasad. He asked me to meet me once. I could not meet that day. I went the next day evening to him. What, Mr. Aravind, I asked you to come yesterday. The work was yesterday. You are coming today. I told him, sir, I was busy. And he told me one word, till I carried till today, that a real busy man will have a space for one more work. That is the real busy man. That's all. This is how you delegate and organize.
Well, yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Well, this was the last question, and with this, we are moving towards the climax of this event. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Youngest person in the AHA team, and also Mr. Ram Rao, who's our other promoter, My Home Group. Yeah, Preeti, why don't you come join on stage? Preeti and Prasoon, why don't you both come on stage? It'll be good because you're driving this project from here, so we'll sign off with a picture of both of you. Come, Prasoon. So that's Preeti Singh, the head of AHA Studio, and that's Prasoon from Applause. So for the last 3 years, Arvind sir, I have been taking a flight every Monday morning to go to Hyderabad. And every time I think I'm bored, you throw something new at us. And AHA Studio is just one of those things. It's been a pleasure working with both you and Ram. And I think for the media friends in Bombay, there's a lot more of AHA storytelling that Arvind sir has to tell, hopefully today and in the coming months. I think Vinay is not here, and Prakash Jha was rightly saying we really miss him. What a fabulous book, Vinay, and we missed you today. Hopefully you will be here when we put together the whole series and come and talk to the media again. Prakash Jha, sir, like Samir, big fan of every film, big fan of you as a person. So thank you so much for, and Preeti's persuasive powers, and Sunil ji, thank you so much for helping us lock Mr. Jha between all his shoots. But sir, it's a pleasure, and we couldn't have found somebody better than you to helm this project. Absolutely delighted to somebody who I call my, informal mentor in the industry. Every time I come to you, Samir, I learn something new, and it's not just to do with this project. You've set the benchmark for, I think, the whole generation of broadcasting executives. And now you're setting the entire benchmark for, people in the OTT industry. And yes, I do go about talking about everybody, including the first chat we had 1 year ago. How do we make this? We're not going to afford this on AHA. And so I said, sir, what about the applause model? So I'm a big fan of it, and you've always disrupted. So thank you so much, and the entire team, including Prasoon, Devnidhi, and everybody else at Applause. Looking forward to this association. All our agency partners, including Mozart, Weber Shandwick, Tableau, who put this event together, thanks to you. And lastly, the team at AHA. So apart from Preeti, there's Supriya there, who's running the AHA studio. Raj flew down from Hyderabad yesterday to make this event happen. There's Nitin, there's Arindam, there's Sashank, and the whole team back in Hyderabad who's watching this. Thank you so much for joining us today, and hope to see all of you soon when we talk about this series again. Thank you so much.
Dun,